This is what might be called a what-to-do kit when there are difficulties in marriage. First, when marriage dulls. Now this it does, simply because everything in life dulls after a time. The heart was made for the infinite. Only the infinite can satisfy it. This first ecstasy of love that was given to a couple was to remind them that love was a gift. It came from heaven, and that only by working toward heaven would they ever really discover it to be infinite. Whenever there's discontent, God is stirring the waters of the soul. Really, He's reminding us that the perfect love for which we crave is not here. It is in God. Intensify your love of God. Begin to look upon the other partner as a gift of God. Love now says, I will love you always, for you are lovable through eternity for God's sake. Suppose the husband or the wife becomes a chronic invalid or develops antisocial characteristics, becomes a drunkard, unfaithful, cruel. What are we to do? Well, we said we have to regard always the other person as a gift of God. Now, sometimes God's gifts are sweet, and sometimes God's gifts are bitter. If we're selfish, we have to get rid of the other partner. Why? Because the other partner is a burden. If we are Christian, then we take on the burden as something coming from the hand of God Himself. Did not our blessed Lord say, if any man has a mind to come my way, let him renounce himself, take up his cross, and follow me. An unhappy marriage is not a condemnation to unhappiness. It is a noble tragedy in which one bears the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune rather than deny a vow that was made to the living God. Then here is this verse of Scripture, which very few people think about, and which is so important. The unbelieving husband is sanctified by the believing wife, and the unbelieving wife is sanctified by the believing husband. In other words, the merits, the prayers, the suffering, the patience, the meekness of one passes into the other. If, for example, the other partner was sick, would you not take care of him? Suppose he had tuberculosis or a heart attack. Would you leave him? Now, if he has a moral heart attack, is he to be abandoned? If there's such a thing as the transfusion of blood from a healthy member of society to a weak member of society, why can there not be, and why is there not the transfer of sanctification? A wife can redeem her husband, and a husband can redeem the wife. And many a husband and wife, after infidelities and excesses, will find themselves saved on Judgment Day, as the faithful partner never ceased to pour out prayers for his or her salvation. For once married, they are two in one.